Hi all, just sort of give you a bit of a review quickly of Bitcoin because obviously it's the major coin that does the market. So what we're looking at here is essentially from August 2021 going back all the way to the beginning of time, but sort of makes a bit of relevance here. But you can see obviously the growth is just extraordinary. And yeah, this is December, this is today. And if we go back a year from now, we look at September, October, getting back to this time last year. So we can see we were around the 28,000 here, going back to the 14th of December last year, 24,000. And even if you look at as early as October, down to 13,000. We had COVID, the COVID bust here. We sort of everything started to go wrong. Everyone obviously got home and had nothing to do, so it all popped up again. We had a few peaks. Each time you can see there's a new low high and a new high as well. And again, the other thing you can see here is we're heading down to what's called a repetitive strength index. When that drops below 30, that generally means a coin is oversold, and usually you will see a spike up again. So you see over 30 up, over 30 up, and you can just see now on the daily chart we're just about getting there to the oversold mark. So I would think there's still more to come, and like I said, and I was saying between about 42, and that would start the pattern of a head and shoulders, as we said. So we've got a shoulder pattern here, we've got the head forming, and then another shoulder would lead us to go something like that, and that period probably might last for 2 months maybe. We'll see a little bit of a resurgence and sort of leveling out, and then hopefully we would then see the next pattern from there, which would be the move back up again to the next one. So that our next low, which so if this sets at about 40, between about 42, 43, somewhere around there, maybe 44, hopefully that'll be the nice bottom out for us. We don't want to go much lower than that if possible. Then we would see the next high low or the high. So the high here is 66. So that's why I put in my post this morning 70,000. I felt would be the next high. Because that's around about 15%. Well, I'm still pretty trying to be conservative. And then the new low, well then when we do have our next bust, will probably be around the 50k mark. And that's just the way the trend of the market's run. So having a look again at this overbought stock, you can see where it just dips below, we get little peaks. It's just holding along here for quite a while. And again, we can see this here, along here when we're having that downward trend, which got pretty ugly there for a while, down to 31, and that's only July of this year. So we're talking less than 6 months ago, we were at 31. So we probably shouldn't be hitting panic buttons and getting too worried, but there's a lot of new crypto investors in the market at the moment who are freaking out thinking they're losing thousands of dollars. Well, again, if you don't sell, you're not losing any money. It has now over a period of since it's going back to here, which we don't have any data for on this particular graph, down at $0, we've seen a continual growth over that period of time. And once the new investors realise that that's the way it works, and we start seeing all the savvy investors are just holding back and just waiting, well, when is this low going to hit? Gathering their money together and getting ready to buy up. So that's just a bit of an outline of what's happening there. So I see Bitcoin, as I said, between sort of 42 to 44 as its bottom out, and when this RSI here goes. And it is a really good way it's another way you can use for trading as well. And if we go to the 1 minute market, if you want to do if you really want to sit right on the computer, you can see here almost every time that hits a bottom and it starts to trend up on the RSI, it starts to go. So if you look at a buy-in of around about, or I buy in around about 25 to 26, which is the relative strength index here. Again, you can get that by going into your indicators and typing RSI. You'll see relative strength indicator. There are a couple of other different ones you can use, but it's a nice easy one for you guys to use. And then you also see a line here, which is at around the 70 mark. Anything over there generally means it's overbought. And you can see when they're touching this 70 line, it's a great time to sell. So sell. You generally see a dip afterwards. This very rarely does it go up again. So it might rally a little bit, but overall the trend is down until you get down here, and then the trend is back up and back down again. So keep in mind, if you want to just keep trim a bit off that and sort of bring it around the 65 mark, as a sell, and just buy in at the 30 as a growth. It's a good little pattern to work in. That'll save you a lot of money in the long run. So I hope that's helped, and just give some feedback and a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget the $500 we're giving away in January when ZooCoins launch. It's a massive launch. There's over 1 million free coins being given away worldwide. So it's very, very exciting. So I look forward to sharing a bit more with you. All right, take care, trade safe, and be kind to each other.